And if you do find that rhythm, you will be definitely in a better place than someone who hasn't found their rhythm. Anyways, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it looks like we got some drive-through penalties. So 2 jump starts right there from Jim and Sem. Meanwhile, Corey and Ham, everyone else getting off to a safe start. Take a look at the details here as we take a look at the tire strategies for our drivers. So pretty much everyone rolling out on hards. It's basically just Sem, Rundle, and Liam on the mediums to start this race. Actually, I just want to see back here. Oh, so it says jump start as well, I guess, from Liam as well. So 3 drive-through penalties. Not 100% sure if it's a connection issue, if people just were caught off guard. Regardless, that is going to really hinder their races in the long run. Oh, the Mercedes getting nice and close there between Runnard and Race Roller. Take a look at the position changes. Damn. So actually, no, what am I saying? It's just Sem and Jam going to go into the pit. So everyone's pretty much, it's just really Metal that's lost a position, realistically. Or maybe that's not even the case. Looked dodgy. The lights went out and only 3 cars moved. Then got jump start. Pens. Very strange. Well, hopefully everything is good and I'm not missing anything. That would make me a little nervous. Looks like Jam is serving his drive-through right now. Same with Liam. Sem has stayed out, though, surprising enough. So now we're going to get everyone adjusted into their slots. The 2 Haas boys, respectively, in P1 and 2, technically. Tobias, solid P3 right there with his rivals, with the Mercedes boys nice and close in tandem. Some nice camera action here. Yeah, damn. Basically on the front wing of Metal's car there as we went through the hairpin. I'm sure we're going to be seeing Sem come into the pits shortly. 21 new to F1. Basically, that drive-through penalty means you have to go into the pits and go into the pit lane. But you can't get any work done to the car. You just have to go through the pit lane. And you can do it anytime in, I believe it's within 3 laps from when you receive the penalty. So technically, if I'm not mistaken, he has this lap. I think he has to go on this lap or the next one. It's one or the other. He has to, or he'll get disqualified. As Vampus was saying, though, a little bit strange, but I'm sure in the McKeon chat we'll get a couple answers. Sadly, I'm not in there because I'm not cool enough. Probably because I'm Canadian, you know? They don't want Canadians in their UK group of great drivers. Anyways, all jokes aside, still, we roll through. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, a massive train is here between our drivers. Pluto still is flirting basically with that 1 second gap between himself and Metal. Let's see here. Okay, so Sem on the mediums. And now is officially coming in. Here we go. So now, officially, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grid positioning. Sem, a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And, I mean, excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, but that's basically the game saying, fuck you. And not only do you have to serve a drive-through penalty, but we're also going to give you a 5-second on top of that. Bon appétit, monsieur! Well, looks like Jam made a move past Sem going into turn 7. At least these two can keep each other company. That's always good to see. You hate it when there's a driver basically out on their own. Top 6 still within that train. Looks like Pluto is falling off of Metal. Now, normally what happens here in McKeon is we get that big separation once the undercuts and overcuts start to occur. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Excuse me, but normally I expect 2-stop strategies here at Singapore. I think I've seen a 1-stop maybe once, and it was a guy just trying to do something different. But for the most part, I think the safe bet will be drivers going for that 2-stop strategy. We'll get a better idea when the hard runners here at the front, these top front 7 at least for sure, actually come into there to make their first pit stops. No crazy action, actually. I've just noticed there hasn't been like any overtakes that I've like been able to catch. I'm sorry to let the ladies and gentlemen down. Normally you want to catch some crazy action or something, but it's just been a train fest here. Maybe we can get some overtaking later on in the race. With actually, just to think about it too, actually, when they come down towards the conclusion is when they usually start to spice it up. I think the biggest goal for especially these guys in the top 6 will just to be staying in that train. Metal might start to be falling off the pace of Runnard, which could cause him issues in the long run. Pluto, though, has been able to hold himself off of Randall, considering, of course, that Pluto has fallen off the back of Metal, meaning he's lost DRS, and Randall has basically got 3 opportunities where he gets some extra straight line speed, but it doesn't seem like he's even going to be close enough here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially hit 500 followers here on the Dub Zone. Now let's go to the road to 1,000, boys. The road to 1,000. Let's fucking get it. There's nobody dumbass Canadian. Just growing slowly thanks to all your fucking support. And I appreciate every fucking one of you. So yeah, while we have a little bit of a break in the action with no overtakes, I guess I'll take this time to take another shot and just basically thank all of you guys. I mean, I know there's only well, my notes say there's only 8 people watching. I don't know if that's even real or not, but regardless, all of you guys are beauties, and thank you to all of you, because you 8 are definitely part of it. And then 492 other beautiful souls. Okay. Runner looking good still. Sticking with race roller. Feel like as long as you stay within that 5 to 7/10 range, you're not being affected too much by the dirty air, and you're also, of course, not, in danger of losing DRS. By the way, fun. I know Ham is probably going to watch this back. Ham, when you're watching this back, just know that your message about starting at 28 just came through on my phone. So I guess the Atlantic Ocean can go fuck itself. Because that was the most delayed message I've ever received in my lifetime. Oh, do we have an overtake here in the background? I guess it was, yeah. Evo made a move on Rundle. Evo maybe looking up, trying to make a move on his teammate, perhaps. Some Red Bull shenanigans. Are we going to see Max Verstappen-esque Danny Ricciardo vibes here? Deja vu from Red Bull fans. Of course, that was at Baku. I know, just before anyone starts yelling at me in the chat, I know that was Baku. But hey, it was a street circuit. It was between two Red Bulls. Woo! All right, I just took another shot. Hopefully that spices it up, everything. We get excited here for this Ross right here, right now. Come on. Let's see something. Let's see a move, Tobias. It just seems very content. Actually, sorry, I forgot. No one yelled at me to turn on telemetry. It's usually a key thing. Oh, drastic blades, yellow fuel. Oh, shit. How much fuel does he have? Minus. Uh-oh, folks. Drastic might be running out of, might run out of fuel. We got Sem as well. Oh, boy. Well, runner, a 3-second time penalty for multiple track infringement warnings. So that's I guess, our first track warning penalty. Note that Sem had a pit stop penalty. So we're on lap 10 of 31. A third of the way to basically to go. Wow, I said that completely wrong. But anyways, you know what I meant. We're the third of the way done. And we got 2/3 of the way to go. For Fuchs' sake. So at least our top 6 still in their train together. Only Runnard has the time, a time penalty in that top 6. Pluto, yes, he's fallen back from the train, but he's been able to stay ahead of all the drivers behind him, which I guess is a testament in and of itself. I mean, Blaze is a pretty damn quick driver. Oh, Blaze go for a move here. Having a look, coming into the inside as we go into 16 and 17. It's drastic. They're side by side. Pluto will have the inside. Oh my goodness, they're fighting for it. And it looks like Blaze is going to get the move done. Nicely done from Drastic Blaze. Now Evo maybe going to have a look on Pluto. Thinks better of it for the time being. Now maybe Pluto going to look for a little bit of revenge as we go down into turn 7. Just got to get a good exit out of 5 here. I don't know, it just doesn't look good enough. Metals made a move on Runnard. And that is that for at least the time being. Nicely done, though. There's a nice instant replay as we went into that chicane of 16 and 17. And Drastic coming out the better man. Oh, VSC. There is a VSC, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go through the grid. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Is that Jam? No, Jam's okay. What about Rundle? Liam looks okay. So I'm not exactly sure what has brought out the VSC. But yeah, that's definitely slowed the action down a little bit. Oh, we got some guys braving it out, going in the pits under the VSC. That is Tobias. Oh, and Runnard DNFs. Retires under. I saw him receive a 5-second time penalty. I don't know if it was frustration or the fact that he just has to go and real life is calling. It's one or the other. Actually, Tobias getting a pretty good. It's not like obviously a full compromise, but I mean it's a lot better than, you know, not being under a safety car whatsoever. That really could work well for an undercut with regards to Tobias here, folks. I would assume, though, I think it's safe to say that Tobias is going for the 2-stop strategy now. We'll see what the Haas boys decide to do if they end up going for that 1-stop strategy. If it is a 1-stop, I would assume that they're going to try and make it to at least lap 20. Just noticing the tire temperature differences here. Okay, now we got some of the hundreds. Man, Corey right on the heels of the hamster. I'm actually curious because, you know, if Ham wants to keep his position in the Drivers' Championship, then obviously he's going to want to stay ahead of Corey. Oh, there we go. Corey definitely went too wide there. That'll be a track warning. Reminder to anyone, though, it's you have to incur 3 track warnings to actually get the 3-second time penalty, which it seems like Race Roller has now incurred for himself. So that's now Race Roller and Sem. This is looking very toits right now, ladies and gentlemen. Very toits. Still waiting for, of course, that first pit stop where we're going to start seeing some major separation. And then, of course, we'll actually be able to see what Tobias is going to do. I'm almost thinking that one of the Haas guys is going to go for a 2-stop and the other one might go for a 1-stop. Unless they're both confident that they can both, you know, like, yeah, unless they've had lots of practice and they know 100% that they can get away with the 1-stop. But if they're not confident, you could see one of them doing one thing and the other doing the other, and we'll just see, you know, which one ends up working out. Tobias will be flying, though. Those fresh mediums, that man is a man on a mission right now. God damn. Corey getting right up to the back of the hamster. Just kissing the booty almost, Corey. Corey, what are you doing, buddy? You're flirting. You're flirting with him. Meanwhile, you got Blaze and Pluto once again side by side. Oh my goodness, and it looks like Blaze is going to get the move done. So holds up Pluto, and there goes Evo. Evo just by the skin of his teeth making it through. I cannot believe that. I mean, Pluto went for the move and ends up losing down into P7 or 6. Yes, P7 now. Metal getting squirrely on that exit and is now going to lose time to a top 3. Now lap 15:31. We're almost at the halfway point of this race. Still yet to see any pits from our top 6. Meanwhile, Tobias is now on the hunt for Evo and Blaze. The fresh mediums. He's going to have the much better grip in comparison to Evo and Blaze. Oh, no, he's going for the move. Going to be forced the long way around. Can Evo give him the space? Yes, he is. He's going to give it. He's going to back out. Nicely done from Evo. And nicely also done from Tobias. Basically, Tobias doing what Evo did to Pluto last lap. The only difference is now Tobias is going to be making an attempt on Blaze, and with the help of DRS, goes up the inside into turn 14. And that is bada bing, bada boom for Tobias. He's now into P5 and he can hunt down the top 4. So yeah, I definitely think our top 4 are staking with a 1-stop strategy. So Tobias needs to make up 7.9 seconds between himself and those top 4, at least to stay competitive with those guys. But he is he's making up ground pretty quickly on these mediums. Oh. Ham and Corey now getting into a battle. Oh, we got some battles here between the Haas boys. They're side by side through a place you do not want to be side by side. And it looks like Corey is going to get the move done for at least the time being. Nicely done. Ham going to look to fight back. Not right now, at least. By the way, this is live to left, replay to the right, folks. Seeing that beautiful overtake by Tobias on, that was actually Evo just before the move into the hairpin, and of course on Drastic Blaze. But yeah, the fighting up here at the top, that could be slowing them down. You can see the gap between Tobias and Metal is just by the second dropping, actually. Oh, this could be very tight, yeah. Are we finally, have we finally released the niceness here at Haas, and we're fighting? Are the gloves, the proverbial gloves in hockey? You know, as soon as they come off in hockey, you're fighting. So I guess as in hockey terms, I would like to say have the gloves come off for Ham and Corey. Oh my goodness, am I seeing rain too? Am I seeing droplets of rain, or is that just like... very light drops. It's nothing too crazy yet, but it's definitely starting. Okay. Okay, this could get spicy now, folks. The rain is starting to come down. Luckily, it's not coming down too crazy to the point where I think it's going to affect the drivers. Actually, let's take a look at the tire temperatures. They're still in the hundreds, so that tells me that their tire temps are just fine. We're not going to see anybody jump onto inters, or we shouldn't see anyone jump onto inters at this point in time in the race. But then again, we don't know what the game is going to do. I mean, the rain could start coming down out of absolutely nowhere, or it could gradually just increase little by little. And in that case, if it does little by little, I would assume we might start seeing inters around lap 21, 22. I don't know why my voice is cracked there. But here we go. It is Tobias now going for the move on metal. And Tobias has done what he's needed to do. If you guys don't remember, he boxed under the VSC. He was one of the few top drivers to actually do so. And he has made it count. He's now only 2 seconds behind our leaders on the quicker tire. Yes, the rain's coming down, but it's not coming down to the point where it's hindering Tobias. I mean, if this wasn't Singapore, it would be much easier, at least Tobias, maybe to go for even a double overtake into one corner. But since it's Singapore, I think he's really going to have to do this one at a time if he's going to want to get it done at all. 1.3 is now the gap between himself and Roller. He's catching up. Let's go on board with Tobias. Let's get into the brain of Tobias right now. What is Tobias thinking, ladies and gentlemen? Well, he's thinking, rain, hold the fuck up for just a little longer. Yeah, I think if Tobias... Oh, he got a little slippy there. Little Tokyo Drift action there from Tobias out of turn 3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he almost gets it again. Oh my God, it's making me nervous now. I'm going to stay on board with Tobias because this actually got my heart pumping here, folks. I think this is going to be the lap we might start. I don't know, with the rain, I don't know. The temperatures look fine, which leads me to believe that they might be okay on these tires that they're currently on. There we go. Is Tobias going to get a good exit out of the hairpin to make a move on race Roller? No, he just gets squirrely. Is he just, on the throttle too early? He's just getting a little too excited. I want to let the experienced drivers answer the questions for me. I mean, it feels like Tobias should be able to get the move done, but maybe it's just the rain. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of everything. What do I know, right? We all saw what Canadians do on track. We all saw what Lance Stroll did. think the only difference between me and Lance Stroll is the fact that I'll actually admit when I have messed up, whereas Lance still, to this point in time, doesn't understand what he did to Danny Ricciardo, but whatever. Let's go, Tobias. Let's see. Gonna get a good exit here. He's got the slip. Gonna come up now on the inside through turn 6. Tobias gets the move done on Race Roller. And that is now P3 for Tobias. He's back where he was when he went into the pits under the VSC. But now he is on 11 lap fresher tires. He's on the mediums in comparison to the hards. Oh my goodness. Oh, he almost looked like he locked up there. And he's lost time to our top 2. Race Roller now put in the pressure. Oh, Tobias has definitely got to watch his P's and Q's. He cannot afford to squander all that he has worked and built towards in this race. Meanwhile, let's give some more love to the guys in the background. Saw Pluto getting into some action, but I think that's only just because he's gotten track penalties. No, it's Pluto and Rundle. I apologize. So that's 3 seconds apiece for those 2 drivers. So yeah, our drivers still staying out, and I don't know, the rain, it doesn't seem like it's coming down any harder. It is coming down, but it's not hindering anybody. It's just, I don't know, I think it might be screwing up a couple people. But for the most part, nothing too crazy. As Ham and Corey now playing the defensive game. This is where the Haas boys here can really start playing some mind games with Tobias. Of course, Corey in the lead, Ham in lead of the championship. And then Tobias, I think it's safe to say, on the fresher tires, on the quicker tires, just can't get the move done on the hamster. Oh, gonna go for a move maybe into the chicane. How's it look? Getting aggressive. Here is Tobias into the chicane, and he gets it done. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. The cheeky little bugger. So now Ham has officially come into the pits. So yeah, I was right, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. But it's not inters. Race Roller on mediums. Same with metal. Ham is on inters. And now Tobias goes for the lead of the race and takes it way before turn 7, sorry. Lap 7. Turn 7. And that is some gorgeous stuff from Tobias. He has gotten that move done. He has done the work. I think Corey is really struggling now. 21 lap old hards. Hot dang it. But now I guess the question remains, is it inters that are the right choice? Or is it the medium still? Let's see how Ham's doing. Let's go on board with Ham. Let's see how he's doing. You can see Rundle right behind Jam. So Ham might be wanting to help out his brother. His brother is being harassed right now by the AlphaTauri. Oh, Jam looks pretty good on the inters, I'll be honest. Doesn't look like he's slipping and sliding. But then again, Race Roller's also sticking with the hamster. Oh, this is crazy. Here we go, Ham. Going for a move on Rundle. Rundle is not giving it up. Oh, no, they're going to go for a double. It is the hamster making a double overtake. And that was some gorgeous driving. Race Roller also joining the fray. Hot diggity dang. So now Corey is also now just coming out. And actually, Corey gets released out into P5. Actually, he'll be fine. He'll pass Rundle, I think. Tobias, though, will have the biggest smile on his face. I'm curious, is he going to come in for fresh softs or if he's going to go on for inters? Seems like the grid is still split upon it. There's Corey making the move on Rundle into turn 7. Nicely done from Corey. By the way, instant replay to the right. As this got that double overtake by the hamster. Absolutely gorgeous stuff from SLR Ham, showing us why he's our championship leader. Meanwhile, his teammate, SLR Corey, 1 lap younger, enters. Looking to get back into the fray and help him out with Race Roller, who's on a fresh set of mediums. It's the mediums versus the inters. And it's basically like, is the rain going to get worse? If the rain's going to get worse, then Ham and Corey are definitely going to be the better driver. If it starts to just go away all of a sudden, then Race Roller is going to be in a better position. Here we go. Race Roller going for the move. And gets the move done. This is actually going to help Tobias a lot. Tobias has now come on to fresh inters. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So Race Roller and Ham are going to oh, he's going to be right close. Tobias actually loses a couple positions just staying out that little bit longer. I know what he was trying to do, but it just did not end up working out. Then again, though, he is on the freshest set of inters with our top 4. Then you got, of course, Race Roller. We have no idea with regards to the weather what's going to be happening here. Oh, my goodness. This is so intense right now. Tobias right on the heels of Corey. Fresher inters are cracked, to be fair. Tobias can still win it, says Simba. All right, let's not jinx him, okay, Simba? If something happens to Tobias, it is all Simba's fault, okay, ladies and gentlemen? We're not blaming the Canadian today. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God, Tobias, you almost lost it. Holy shit. Okay, let's just move on. We're not going to watch him anymore. Because I just shit bricks. Let's go back with Race Roller and try and pretend that none of that happened. Let's get a reminder. 3 seconds at time penalties. So Race Roller needs to make between himself and Ham 3 seconds if he wants to keep P1. Now let's go on board with SLR Metal. So we can see the battle between the Alpha and the Hosses up ahead of us. So he's getting right nice and close. It's just the battery consumption difference. And I think, yeah, he just needs to use a little bit of juice, and he's going to be able to keep the position, at least for the time being. Corey is using Ham perfectly at this point. He's got more battery, plus he's got the... Oh, there's a tap! Tobias needs to be very, very precise with the braking there. You can not afford to get overzealous here whatsoever. Meanwhile, Race Roller, just want to remind everyone, is on mediums. Oh no, it's Corey! Corey is out of this race! What has just happened to Corey? And now Tobias going for a move on Metal. I have to assume Tobias and Corey got into a collision. Oh my goodness. And Corey is now out of this race at the hairpin. I am absolutely speechless, folks. I have a feeling Corey is going to be fuming. And now here goes Tobias up the inside of him and gets the move done well before turn 7. And that is now P2 for Tobias. Ham now getting a little slidey there. Oh boy, I almost thought he was going to lose it out of turn 8 there. Luckily keeps it together. Metal is right behind. And Drastic also, slowly but surely, grinding his way to the back of Metal and the Hamster. Yeah, the weather is just really peculiar, folks. It doesn't seem like the Inters are coming into their own, because even Ham is struggling. He got Metal right on his ass. Gonna have a look. Coming up the inside. There's a little bit of contact. And Ham is going to keep the position. But that battling has really allowed Drastic Blaze to come into the thick of things. Let's go, Blaze. So, I mean, I know I'm the dumb Canadian, folks. I admit that. But it does seem that the mediums are the better tire than the Inters, at least. Then again, Tobias might be changing the status quo here. I have no idea what's going to happen. Gone really slow out of there. Race Roller. This is the thing here. So basically 2/10 separates Race Roller from that win right now. That 3-second time penalty really going to hurt in the long run. But because they're on two completely different strategies, it is very possible that, you know, Race Roller can either extend the gap or Tobias can decrease the gap. Just flirting with that 3 seconds now, folks. Holy crapperoonies. All right, let's go back here. We got Metal still behind Drastic Blaze. I mean, he's been... I think he made contact with Ham once. So Ham definitely going to have to watch himself as Metal is just right there, waiting in the wings, just waiting for the Hamster to make one little mistake. As we rage out for the final podium position battle. And, you know, Race Roller's looked quite comfortable now that he's made the move. He's slowly but surely doing his thing here. And it looks like Race Roller is actually able to gain the most time through turns 18, 19, 1, 2, and 3, respectively. I feel like that's where he's gained the most time. Oh, something's just happened at the... That was at turn 14. Who was that? That was Rundle. I don't know if there's any damage. I clipped the wall on the right going over the bridge. Wheel came straight off, says Corey. So there was no contact between you and Tobias then. That is absolute heartbreak for Corey. Well, Corey, I hope you stick around because... Actually, no. I apologize. Alfa Romeo is staying alive in the Constructors for at least one more race. So I guess we're gonna have to hold off on that double interview from you and Hamster. sadly. Oh, they need to outscore Haas by 17. Ah. I thought it was you guys need to outscore them by 17. Okay, never mind. Well, in that case, get ready for a fucking interview, Corey. I get it, Corey. You just wanted to talk to me. I get it. Man, Race Roller still doing his thing, up by 4.4 seconds. So that even, as long as he doesn't get another stupid track penalty, Race Roller has the lead, at least one hand on that lead right now, or on the champ or the Singapore Trophy, whatever you want to freaking call it. Metal, though, keeping the pressure on the hamster. And to give credit to Ham, too, he's had to deal with Metal for multiple laps now at this point. And I mean, obviously we're going to be talking to Ham shortly, but I think it's safe to say that Ham is not enjoying himself on the inters as much as he thought maybe he would. Because these medium guys around him are still just flying through. It's... In my personal opinion, it seems like it's just whatever kind of tire you are more comfortable with. Some guys are just going to be comfortable on the inters. Some guys will be comfortable still on the mediums. But the fact that DRS, I believe DRS is still activated, which leads me to believe that medium or the dry tires are still the good tire, or the proper choice at least. So 2 laps to go now, folks. And yeah, basically close, but no cigar just as of yet. He's going to have a couple more chances as Metal, but he's got to get some good exit out of the certain corners that he needs. So good exits out of corner the 5 and out of the hairpin of 13. If you get really good exits there, you can make a jump on the car ahead, potentially. Any other close battles here? I want to try and give other people some love too, but it does not appear getting anything crazy. So let's stay on board. This is definitely the closest battle on track, and it's for the final podium position. It is now Metal going for a move up the inside of him. Gets aggressive and gets it done. I don't know how Ham's going to feel about that. I'm sure Corey will have a couple choice words for the Ferrari. Actually, what am I saying? Corey's the nicest human being in the world. He'd probably be just like, oh, it's okay. What a nice guy. All right, come on, Ham. Ham is really just struggling. Yeah, it's completely stopped raining now. I just noticed that. The rain is completely stopped. Tobias and Ham are in danger. That's a good move, to be fair. Good, Corey. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Metal could take P2 in this race. It has completely stopped raining. Tobias is in danger. Someone play the soundbite for Tobias right now. I'm in danger. Oh, no. SLR Metal on the hunt.
I'm in danger.
Thank you, Corey. You're an absolute beauty. Oh, my God. Here we go. It's Metal. Go for the move! Into turn 14, he's going to force the long way around. Tobias trying to hold him up. They are side by side, definitely making contact. And Metal, I think, is just going to be able to squeeze ahead. Tobias going to fight into this chicane here. Oh my goodness, Tobias just had to be a little bit more aggressive on the brakes. And there you have Metal getting the move done. And that is Race Roller for the win. Metal P2, Tobias P3. And Ham actually fighting with Pluto towards the end there, it seemed. But wow, Drastic Blaze sneaks in P4. But anyways, Alfa Romeo had to win by 17 points. They have not done so. So Haas, ladies and gentlemen, are your constructors champions for season 12. And we will be speaking with him and Corey respectively. But first, of course, we're going to speak to, I think it's safe, we're going to talk to our top 4 at least. We should talk to our top 4. And then we'll go and focus on the other guys as well. What a race that was, to say the least. What an ending. We'll start a party here, folks. All right. It's Metal, right? That's the last one I'm missing. Yeah, it's Metal. I knew it. I knew I was missing somebody. Alrighty then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before we get to the interviews, here is one last look at the final results. So we have Race Roller in P1, Metal in P2, Tobias in P3 with the fastest lap. Then you got Blaze in P4, Ham P5, Pluto P6, Evo P7, Rundle P8, Sem in P9, Jam P10, Liam P11, Corey P12, and Runner to round us out in P13. Okay, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking to our top 4 at least, and then we will get to our Constructors Champions right after. I don't know what just happened to Blaze. I swear I just invited Drastic Blaze. Try and invite him one more time. Alrighty then. So I see everyone else is in here. Hello guys. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah.
Perfect, guys. Perfect. Just give like 20 more seconds for Blaze. Maybe he'll get in here, because he would be the first technically interview of the evening. While I wait, I will get my shot glass poured. Go to this screen so you guys can see me ugly face on the camera. And yeah, okay. I guess Blaze doesn't want to join us, which is all good. So we will move on to P3 and Tobias. Fucking hell. It was a great strategy from you. Obviously, you were one of the few guys, actually the only one in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken, to go and make a pit stop under that VSC. It seemed to really work out for you, but it's just that ending, it just stopped raining, and that kind of just fucked you over. But overall, risky strategy. I feel it worked off. How do you feel about it?
I came into this race a bit clueless about the pace. It was okay on the hards, but I knew that it was going to start raining. And when I saw that VSC, I was just very tempted to go onto the mediums because I knew if the dry to wet period was going to be very long, then my pace on the new mediums compared to the guys on old hards would just be disgusting, and it was. But shame I got the strategy wrong in the end. The inters just burned out after like 4 laps. So
Yeah, I'm actually curious because obviously as a commentator, I have no idea with regards to what the game is telling you as drivers what the weather's going to be like. What was the prognostication beforehand? What was your idea what the weather, or what at least the game was telling you with regards to the weather?
Mark was saying that it was going to rain for 20 minutes. It probably did rain for 20 minutes, but because this game is fantastic, it never really got wet enough for the Inter.
Yeah.
So it was only really good for the first 2-3 laps out of the pits, and then it burned out because there was not enough water on the track. Yeah. So I could have, if you think about it, could have maybe stayed out on the mediums, but the rears were so short on those tires that I probably would have ended up in a wall anyway. So yeah.
Question, because I'm a noob, but do you think softs might have worked out?
I don't know, maybe, but softs are usually quite shit around Singapore.
Fair.
They overheat very fast, and I didn't really have any new ones. I should have probably boxed for mediums. Looking back at it, I think my pace on mediums were very good. So yeah, but
I mean,
it's what it is.
Speaking of that medium stint that you had, I was gracious enough to catch quite a few moves by yourself. Some great moves up the inside, the outside. I mean, you were making moves basically where you don't normally see moves in Singapore. I guess it's safe to say you enjoyed yourself for that that stint, at least.
Yeah, that was the whole plan behind it. I thought I would have some fun. I always like to have some fun in SLR anyway because I'm not really in the championship fight. So yeah, it was fun making those moves, and just like seeing the pace was very good.
Yeah, I mean, that was really fun. I think we've talked to you like a couple times now here on the Dub Zone. It's been a pleasure watching your races. Always a pleasure talking to you, brother. Final question before I let you go, because I got lots of interviews to do today. Where the fuck are we going tomorrow? Or next week, sorry. Oh shit, we're staying in Asia. We're going to Suzuka, Japan. Another track where you don't normally see overtaking, but if we have another performance for like you, you're going to find a way to find the overtakes. What's your take on Suzuka, mate?
I absolutely despise Suzuka.
Fair enough. Any particular reason?
It's my worst. It's my worst track by far. I can't drive it. It's like those S's are, that's good in qualifying, but in the race those S's are just pure understeer, and I despise understeer. So yeah, I can't drive Suzuka really.
Fair enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance to take Tobias out, okay, folks? Finally, we can maybe see Tobias turn into a normal human being. But all jokes aside, Tobias, thank you for your time. You were absolutely rapid today. I'm sorry the strategy didn't work out in the end, but give yourself a fucking pat on the back because it was a great performance as a whole. So congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to now move on to P2 in the Singapore Grand Prix, which was SLR Metal. Metal, are you there, mate?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, where do I begin with you, man? I think there was one point in the middle of the race where I didn't think much. Like, obviously, you're always a threat. Everyone here in McKeon is a fucking threat, let's be real. But it just didn't seem like you were even going to have a chance at a podium. But everything slowly played itself out, and you did what you had to do, basically shutting me up in the process, and got a solid P2. I mean, give us your thoughts. I'm going to shut up. How does it feel, brother?
Yeah, no, it's. I've had so many opportunities for this podium that I've gone astray, but I have faith in myself. I know every time, as long as I stay in that sort of area, people can mess up so easy, especially with what Corey did. Anderson Bridge, I just knew if I just stuck him in that battle, chances could arise. Yeah, no, overall I'm really happy with it. The pace didn't feel incredible, but again, just stuck with it, and yeah, got a bit lucky with the last lap it literally went to dry, so managed to get to bias in the end, which is good.
I mean, yeah, and don't sell yourself short either. While it was still raining, were keeping up and maintaining pace with the hamster, who is, I mean, safe to say it, this season at least he's in another league of his own. But when it comes to the pace, though, you were keeping up with him. You were looking for moves up the inside. I saw you trying to be cheeky. Even when you did get the little bit of contact, getting your elbows out. I love that shit. It was great to see. What was your thoughts on battling him and even getting that move done specifically out of turn 14?
I sort of, at that point, I wasn't expecting the weather to change, so I got a bit closer, had a better exit out of the hairpin, and thought, I'm gonna kind of need to go for it now, or else if I make any mistake on the last lap, it's just gonna cause more pressure on myself. So, yeah, I tried to break in a bit as deep as physically possible, but yeah, bit of contact, but no, in the end, yeah, it was good, decent move. I don't think I pushed him too far out wide, which was good. But yeah, no, it was a good move, and yeah, definitely helped me get to bias in the end as well.
Yes, specifically that. Another thing to also think about too, this P2 is going to help you in the driver's standings because obviously you and Jaeger were separated by 1 point going into this race because Jaeger wasn't here and didn't get any points for that. You obviously extend that gap, but obviously, as we all know, Summit is anything can happen in the Summit. So in the long run, what are you expecting between the battle between you and Jaeger? Any words of any chirping or just nice battle between you and Metal or you and Jaeger? Sorry.
If he races, he should close the gap back up. If he races, all I'm aiming for now to the end of the season is just keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep scoring these points. See by the end of the season where it puts me. But yeah, if he races, yeah, he's a different animal to me.
Oh, come on. I was hoping you were going to be like, fuck that guy. No, it's all good, mate. It's all good. It's all good, mate. It's all good. Final question before I let you go, brother. Suzuka coming up next week. As we just heard from Tobias, he hates it. What are your thoughts?
I enjoy it, but it's not a strong one. But no, I still really enjoy it. It's always a joy. Suzuka, but again, it's another one where as long as I stick within the train and as long as I stick within the train, yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah,
I can always grab anything.
And we all know about that McKeon fucking train, right? I mean, that choo-choo's along every damn race. So, well, Metal, thank you for your time. All the best, and hopefully we'll see you next week in Japan, mate. All the best.
Thank you, mate.
Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't look like it was going to come into fruition. It looked like the Haas boys had it in the bag, but that's why you don't count the chickens before they hatch. You don't fucking end anything before the fat lady sings. And ladies and gentlemen, Race Roller, this is now 2 back-to-back seasons in a row. 11 and now 12, where you have the race win here at Marina Bay Circuit. I'm going to shut up for a little bit. Give us your thoughts. How was it for you, mate?
Yeah, I mean, it was very good. Qualifying was all right. Could have been better. Could have got third, but doesn't matter in the end. And then I nearly jumped the start because I saw about half the grid also jumping the start, so that confused the life out of me. And then the whole race, I was thinking to myself, because I knew that the rain was going to be very light. I was like, do I do what like Tobias did, or do I stay out until it comes? And then eventually decided to stay out. And then just before I pit, I was talking to Meadow, and he was like, I'm going to go on mediums. And I was like, do you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I've got a penalty. I might as well try the mediums. And then yeah, I was pretty shocked when they actually turned out to be faster. So yeah, I expected to be like 7th or 8th after putting on mediums and it raining for a third of the race, and yeah, they were still quicker than the Inters for the whole time. But finally got a strategy call right, and work paid off. I actually got the win on track this season, which is always nice as well.
I mean, hell yeah. And to boot, you had a 3-second time penalty. And I mean, I think definitely the weather helped at the end, extending the gap between Tobias. But I mean, to be fair, the haters will say it was the weather. If you were really watching the race, though, I mean, obviously there was a couple points where you were flirting with the 3-second mark between you and Tobias. But let's be real. You were doing what you had to do. So if anyone chirps you, they're just fucking haters, in my opinion, bro. That was sick, Roller. Also, I did catch a couple overtakes on stream by you. Was there anything that stood out to you? Any favorite moment by you?
Yeah, great question. My favorite moment was just the whole game ignoring physics and having dry tires faster on a wet track, which I was literally laughing the whole stint when I realized I was quicker than Ham and Tobias and Corey before he crashed as well. I was just there like it's gonna turn at any point, it's gonna turn at any point, and then I mean yeah, once I got past Ham I realized that I've actually got a chance if the tires stayed quicker. And thankfully for me they did. So yeah, got a bit lucky with the game, but had to pull out the gap and I had to get past a few people. So yeah.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, 2 race wins in the same track in McKeon division. Nothing to fucking thwart at. Congratulations, Race Roller. That is an awesome performance from you. Take a look at the driver standings. So you and Tobias are actually really close for P5. You guys obviously could catch up to Jaeger as well. But anyways, I think the real battle is between you and Tobias. Any friendly words or any chirps between you and Tobias for the championship or for the driver standings at least wise?
Not yet, not yet.
Not
I
yet.
haven't really talked. Not yet, but I mean, if I get a bit of luck and just don't make an ass of myself like I did at Monza last week, I feel like I could be able to get third because I don't know the gap to medal, but it's within reach given that there's still
Metal,
5
you hear
races to
that?
go.
He's coming for you, Metal.
So, but yeah, I mean, after the first few races, the whole season I've been in my head. It's like if I get third behind Tam and Corey, then it's been a success. I mean, if I didn't miss a few races and I got a bit lucky, I might have been a bit close to them. But yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, words.
Words.
Yeah, I want to get third. I think it's possible if I get a bit of luck and I keep.
Okay, I like it. I like the optimism. Let's go, bro. I'm cheering for you. Your first fucking fan right here, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, Race Roller, all the best. Final question before I let you go, and unfortunately, I have to get to those stupid Haas guys in a second because they did officially claim the constructors today. But I have to ask, Suzuka, coming up next, how you feeling?
I mean, yeah, hopeful. I mean, last season I was on the front row and then didn't even make it to turn 2 before I got taken out. So, yeah, I think I can get a podium there. Obviously, it'll be pretty difficult depending on who races and the weather and so on. But I think provided I don't get taken out or spin out myself, I feel like a podium or at least a top 4 is
okay.
The goal for it.
I like that. Let's so no reenactments of Albon and Danny Ricciardo, and we're good to go, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, sounds like a plan. Race Roller, thank you for your time, brother. All the best, and hopefully we'll see you next week in Japan. Peace.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm gonna go and find those 2 goofballs. There's the SLR Corey guy. Gonna invite the Corster, and where is the hammer? Gotta find the hammer now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, there he is.
Oh, Ham's not joining because he's already gone off.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's already gone off.
No. Well, I'm inviting him anyways, just in case.
Mate, Race Roller, I'm disappointed. I wanted more drama. need to give a little comment, bro.
What were your guys' tyres at the end?
Not good.
I can imagine. Hams were on like 70. I think they were close to 70.
Mine were
Jesus.
50, I think, and Ham only boxed 2 laps earlier than me.
Wow.
Well, you saw the tire advantage between me and you as well. So
I was nuts, yeah. I was
Oh.
trying my absolute hardest to keep you behind me, and then I decided to do what I did.
yeah, well,
Wow.
I nearly joined you. To be fair, I tried to avoid you, and then nearly hit the same hole.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, you smashed straight into me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
it does not appear that Ham is going to be joining us. As Corey said, he is offline. I think Ham, what we just heard, Ham was experiencing some tire issues, to keep it polite. And I'm sure Ham was struggling towards the end. It seemed like it. Luckily, though, Haas does secure P1 in the Constructors' Championship. And that is not something that is done just over one race. That is obviously done over the course of multiple races, which is something that's called consistency. And that is something that Haas has in Stroves. Luckily, Corey is here joining us, representing Team Haas. Corey, it wasn't the greatest race from you. I guess we'll talk about what happened in your race first before we get into the congratulatory speech. But Corey, what happened there going into the hairpin, mate? Tell the ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I was again just trying to follow my teammate. I was trying to think about getting past in the coming laps because I felt a lot quicker. As Tobias said, even 1 lap difference on those intermediates were literally so much. Going over the bridge, I was toying with the little bit of the wall that sticks out near enough every single lap, and just on that lap, clearly lost a bit of concentration, clipped it with my front right wheel. Paid the price. Very much a race I don't want to remember. Was beyond pissed off, and some choice words we used in the moment. But yeah, I mean, it took a bit of time to reflect on it. We kind of moving on a bit now, but yeah, I mean, Ham had a very unlucky race. To be fair, come the end, we were all very confused why the intermediates just were not gonna, come to us. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a race I don't really want to remember, to be honest.
That's fair. It's honestly fair. It's kind of a little bittersweet, I guess, is the best way to put it, just because obviously it's a race you don't want to remember. But at the same time, you've also clinched the Constructors' Championship. So I guess let's get to the good stuff. Corey, it's not just about this race, it's been about the whole fucking season. And you and Ham have really shown this entire field what domination is. This basically everyone's complaining about Max Verstappen in real life. Everyone should be complaining about you and Ham, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely fucking killing it. Obviously you two are some of the nicest human beings I've ever spoken to, but I mean, what's your thoughts on just winning the championship or Constructors as a whole? Are you a little surprised has happened this early? Your thoughts?
Well, firstly, thank you for the kind words. I mean, we were very confident coming into this season. Obviously, me and Ham get along very well, on and off track. I think, as you saw from the first race, we were just working as a team, and we still do now, even though we're both fighting for the title. We're giving each other toes near enough every round. But yeah, like Ham, funny enough, said to me before we went into Bahrain, I don't mind being the number 2 driver this season because he's not going to have much time. Took that with a pinch of salt. And yeah, that's very much come back to bite me now, even after the first round. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, me and Ham get along very well, both extremely quick. Been up there near enough every week. Obviously, sometimes we have an off week, which is bound to happen. You're all human. We're not going to have a perfect race every week, but
Mhm.
yeah, winning it this early, I mean, we did not. I think Ham's probably going to say the same. We did not expect it to win it this early. We were obviously, like I said, very confident coming into the season.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're both very happy with it. But now I guess it's trying to get the treble of winning the joint constructors, and of course, only one of us can win the drivers' championship. So
No, I completely understand. Yeah, the joint constructors, if you guys don't know, there's 3 fucking divisions in the Summit. These guys are fucking one of the greatest leagues I've ever been a part of. And yeah, that joint constructors, you got to rely on basically 4 other drivers that you don't even fucking talk to at completely different skill levels.
Owen put an absolute mad stat, which I had to double check out the other day.
Oh god, Voldemort is on Haas?
No, Owen put it out when he put the standings out, saying that me and Ham alone have scored more points than 7 of the joint constructors like altogether, which is nuts.
Oh,
Or like
damn.
where they've scored, which I couldn't believe at first. I had to double check, but yeah, I know obviously sometimes we haven't had a full grid every round, which contributes to a bit. But I mean, I think if I was with another driver than other than Ham, it kind of wouldn't be the same. And I think Ham will say the same. We just work very well together.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think just being a part as the commentator for you guys for this season, I've definitely noticed, especially in qualifying, a lot of you guys helping each other out. That was one thing actually specifically I noticed this qualifying where I guess it's safe to say this track just didn't allow you guys to set up like you normally do when it comes to giving each other that extra slipstream.
I mean, we did do it a few times in practice beforehand, and we could kind of get it to work. But I think we were just more focused of getting laps on the board, to be honest, because
Fair.
with a track like this, where it's very easy to make a mistake, as I know and found out, it's you just want to get a lap time in at the end of the day.
I know there's one point in time where you guys were literally separated by 1,000th of a second. Were you guys taking the piss out of each other, or what was going on there?
I actually didn't notice until halfway through the in-lap when Ham said to me, "Wow, it's like 1,000th of a second." I had to double check it, but I mean, I think that just sums up this season altogether. To be honest, we've been very much just the exact same pace with each other, near enough every round. But obviously, like I said, sometimes you're gonna have a bad day, sometimes the other's gonna have a good day. So just making the most of it.
Okay, so I got basically two questions for you before I let you go, brother. First question is going to be, well, I don't want Ham to kick my ass. I'm sorry, Ham, for bringing this up. Are we a little happy though that he dropped a couple positions towards the end? So now he's only, well, he was 10 points ahead of you, so he got 10 points today. So he's only 20 points ahead of you. That's realistic. It's a lot better than what it could have been. Are we happy with that, Corey, or do we feel like 20 points is doable with 5 laps to go or 5 races to go? I apologize.
I mean, anything's doable, really, as long as you're mathematically in a chance, and you can still do it at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna give up after that, like, because I was very annoyed after crashing out. But yeah, we've still got like 5 rounds to go. So again, you're not gonna have a perfect round every weekend. So
of course, yeah. And I just want to let you know, B Midzi in the chat is reaching out. He wants to give you friendly hugs. He says very unlucky for
thanks,
you.
Midzi.
Yes, very nice, Midzi. All right, and final question before we let everyone go and we end the stream. Suzuka coming up next. As I said, 5 rounds to go, 20 points separating you and Ham. The constructors in the bags. Now it's all for the drivers. Corey, I know you've been nice to Ham, but like, what's going on with Suzuka? What's your predictions? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I was very quick round there last season. I was fighting Simba and Midzi for the win. Unfortunately, got taken out. So touch wood that doesn't happen again. But yeah, I'm feeling quick for Suzuka. Hopefully up there again, but I very much expect Ham to be up there again.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure, Corey, and I wish you better luck next week in Japan. All the best, mate.
Cheers. Thank you very much for the stream as well.
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure, Corey. Thank you for having me, brother. Metal and Tobias, I'm going to head out of this party so I can end the stream, but I love you guys, and take care, boys. Peace!
Yeah, see you next week, mate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll conduct our interviews for this evening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the interviews. My name is Diesel Dominator. I love you all. Hopefully you guys enjoy this quick little ad of the Diesel Classic before I go. And then, of course, it'll just end the stream. Love you all. Thank you for all the fucking support. 500 followers. Now we go for the road to 1,000. Just nobody, some stupid nobody, dumbass old Canadian has hit 500. Now we're going to go for 1,000. I love you all. Thank you so much. And yeah, I guess until next time, Diesel out. Peace! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited for the Diesel Classic. Here we got 32 drivers competing for that elusive gold plaque. And we are back to racing here. 2 laps to go, no DRS assistance.
mercy, no fears. Change speeds on the stop of a dime. Spike in the nick of time. Fight when it's on the line. Right now it's playoff time. Ain't no cheat codes or Ricos. So we dig deep to defeat foes.
Oh my God! Adrian!
Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.